Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be changing out our headlights over to LED. This includes the low beam, the high beam, and the fog lights as well. This video is not going to be video specific to the 4Runner. However, I will include all of the footage of me changing it out in case you do have a 4Runner at the end of the video. The first thing I wanted to test was the actual side-by-side comparison of the LED versus the stock lights, and using the drone to look down from above to really get a good comparison. All the pictures that I've seen online are just kind of showing the lights shining on a wall, which is fine. I mean, you can definitely tell that they're brighter. I just wanted to see how it actually looked on the pavement in front of the vehicle and compare those differences. And the other thing I wanted to see that I just didn't know about was the heat at which the LEDs run versus the stock lights. Now, disclaimer, the 4Runner does have horrific headlights. Like, the low beams are just awful. So I already know that the LEDs are going to be much better on the low beam. And the ones that I got are claimed to be 6,000 lumens. I will put a link in the description of all the lights that I got. I'm not necessarily recommending this brand. Some real interesting results from actually checking out the heat is that the heat sinks got up to about 140 degrees, even cooped up in the compartments that the 4Runner has, and the LED itself gets up to 260, 270 degrees. So really not all that hot compared to the halogens themselves. Oh wow, the halogen is so much hotter. Dang, up to 426. Dude, those things are cooking. It's not touching the battery, just in case you're wondering. There is a gap. There's a gap there. Oh wow, it's out of range. It just hit high. The other thing, as you can see, is the comparison with the drone really tells the story. The LED low beams just light up the road so much more. It's way more vivid than the stock headlights. Also, the high beams were just way brighter. And then you can really tell the difference on the fog lamps. You can really see that outline on the ground, just a more full lighting of the road in front of the vehicle. Overall, I'm very happy that I swapped over to LED. I'd say the only downside for me, and this is specific to the 4Runner, is that the daytime running lights, the DRLs, utilize the high beams on the 4Runner, so that kind of causes some issues with some flickering on the lights that I have. It's not bad, but it's not ideal. So maybe look that up for your car, which lights it uses for the DRL, and then try to research if that's going to give you issues or not. It was something that was identified on the internet before I even purchased these. I still decided to go ahead and try it out anyway. But the low beams, huge improvement. High beams, don't really use them that often, but they're way brighter, and again, the fog lamps just look awesome. So overall, really happy. I really suggest you looking into it if you're curious about it. I'll put some links in the description below to help you identify exactly which lights you need, and then hop over to Amazon, and then I just got the highest rated ones. Like I said, I will have the footage of changing all the bulbs over after this. Thank you so much for watching Break It Yourself. As always, don't forget to thumbs me up, and we'll see you next time. Okay, now for the install portion of the video. Just to kind of ground you here, the fog lamps are the hardest. You have to unscrew 3 screws behind the front tire and just kind of wiggle your hand in behind that wheel well. It's not hard, but it's kind of a pain. The high beams, by far the easiest. You've got great access to the high beams, very easy. The low beam, you're gonna have to take this weather sealed cap off. It's not hard. It's gonna be kind of hard for me to show you this on video because the spaces can be very small. I am not taking the battery out. I didn't need to. You may need to take the battery out in order to access your front left headlight for the low beams and maybe even the high beams. I was able to leave it in. So I'm just gonna show you what I did for the low beams, what I did for the high beams, and then what I did for the fog lamps. Please excuse the camera shake. So this cap comes off, you turn it, and then pop the cap off right here. And that then gives you access, as you can see in there. So I've got my LED light all stuffed in there. So I'll pull my contents out for you. can see that. You've got the light right here. It's hooked in right there. That's where it's hooked in. And then the light just spins. So pretty easy to do. That's how it comes out. And it's clockwise to get it back in. I know that's really hard to see. My apologies. So this is getting all of these components back in here. Just like that. I didn't think it was that hard. Put the cap back on. Got our LED light here. I've already got this connected. I don't think this one's easier to install, so I don't care that it's already connected. We've got our small tab facing up. We will go in and then line those up and turn it clockwise once we get it in place. And then turn clockwise. There we go. Okay. We'll connect this here. It's got a little notch on it that clicks in, just like that. And then if it works well, we're just going to zip tie all this together, just so it's not bouncing around or dangling or anything. What a tease. You can see it like right in there. So really all I'm going to do is just slide my hand in here and unhook the wire, take the bulb out, put the bulb in, rehook the wire. So I got the wire unhooked here, and then take the bulb out. Voila. New LED bulb. Going in. Now it's in, and now we rehook the wire, and we should be good to go. Of course. Super easy. Pay attention, because these two are the same and one is different. And this one goes on the very top right here. And these two are these right here. So just when you take them out, pay attention.